Needle Avenue, that's going towards Highway 69. That's the gas station we've been at for the last few hours, and they are actually getting ready to close soon. And last we heard from Antoinette and her family, they still hadn't decided whether or not they wanted to evacuate. Witnesses say that when this plane came down, that it sounded like thunder. You rub it in all the exposed areas on your body to make sure that you're well protected. And Mr. Kelly says what makes the reopening that much more special this time around, the redevelopment project that's coming right across the street. Your drive home could be a little difficult. Now, I want to go ahead and show you all what it looks like out here right now. After dealing with pothole problems in Port Arthur, many motorists are finding themselves in the one place they don't want to be in, the tire shop. I know they say it's good luck if it rains on your wedding, but what about a tropical storm? I'm just going to dive in.
Dive in, baby. Tell me what you...
Jordan, you're going to bring some back for us here, right?
Kelsey, I don't think so. I'm keeping it all for myself. But I just want to show you the line real quick. I want to show you the line of people that's here.
I don't know what we're going to do at this point, if we, going to evacuate or if we're going to stay.
Antoinette Charles was here with her 2 children when Barry came barreling down Iberia Parish.
It was real scary because from a house this big, it started rocking, so, and the kids was like, what's happening?
And even though Tropical Storm Barry has now passed through Louisiana, people who live here are left to deal with the after effects.
Within a matter of hours or two, all this water just rushed in.
Out of all the floods that we had, it never did this much raining before.
The storm surge has left her house surrounded by water, but high waters aren't the only thing people out here are battling. Power in the area has been out since Saturday, and they say it could be out as long as Wednesday.
I really can't say what's going to happen, Maybe we have to get on the road and just head that way. I really don't know what we're going to do.
But the one thing people who live here do know is that next time a storm comes, they won't be around to see it.
I'm getting out of here. I'm going to go.
No, we not staying. Next time, we not staying. We're going to prepare to leave next time. But right now, we kind of stuck in a situation,
On a day that usually brings families together, an explosion at a Port Neches refinery plant forced many who lived nearby to leave from their homes.
Just get jolted out of bed like that. It didn't take long to realize once we looked and saw the fireball, it's pretty obvious what had happened.
It felt like someone hit my building. That's how hard. It shook everything.
DeQuisha Simpson lives in Port Arthur. She's just inside that 4-mile mandatory evacuation zone. Her family of 7 spending Thanksgiving in an emergency shelter at Ford Park, waiting for the go-ahead to return home.
We honestly don't know. We're waiting to hear back to see if it's gonna get worse or is it getting better. So it's just a waiting game. We're just waiting to see when we can go back home.
And then there are others like Mike Beatty who are just looking for a hot meal. It took him hours to find a restaurant without a wait. He found an open seat at this IHOP off I-10 in Beaumont.
I came into IHOP expecting just to eat breakfast food and saw that they had turkey and dressing on the menu, and we thought, what the heck is Thanksgiving? We'll try it. And it was actually really good.
We get a lot of flood and everything in water, but I've never seen this. So
50,000 families forced from their homes, left scrambling to salvage the holiday. But still, they're finding a reason to be thankful.
You really don't have a choice. You just, it is what it is. You take it as it comes and work through the problem, and it's just what we've always done.
Investigators say the body of a woman was found.
Jefferson County Sheriff's deputies are investigating a burned body.
That's where the body was left scorched. Some of the grass still burnt.
The closest house was almost a mile away.
I really miss my sister. I can't even tell you how much I miss her. It's just been devastating.
A death this family is still struggling to understand.
A lot of times I cry myself to sleep, and it still hurts. It hurts even more because we don't know who done it or why.
Diane Green is the sister of Cordy Simmons. On October 26, 2016, she got the news that would completely change her life. Someone was preparing to turn on Old Sarah Lake Road when they saw what they thought was a mannequin that had been set on fire. After Jefferson County Sheriff used fire extinguishers to put out the blaze, they realized it was something much worse. It was Cordy's body, burning.
It's just amazing how she could just be that person and something like this just happened to her.
The fire had done extensive damage to the body.
It's a murder Jefferson County Sheriff investigators are still piecing together almost 3 years later.
We still don't know who killed Cordy Simmons.
Captain Jeff Chadney started working with the sheriff's office after Cordy's murder, but this case has become a primary focus. He's determined to solve it.
This was somebody's mother, somebody's sister, somebody's daughter. You know, it's, you know, the answers we can't give to the family for that final closure. And, you know, they really need that. They desperately need that to go on with their lives.
The autopsy revealed Cordy died before her body was set on fire. Detectives say she was choked to death, and they believe there was more than one person involved.
She was probably killed somewhere else at another location, and the body was dumped there and set ablaze to destroy evidence.
Cordy was last seen the night before in Beaumont with her brother. Her sister Diane, who was working at the time, wishes there was more she could have done to help.
I used to know everything she done, everywhere she went, and who she was with and who she was hanging with. But I started working, and she started drifting away, and I just don't know. I just don't know who she was hanging with.
Today, this cross sits on Old Sour Lake Road as a reminder of what happened to Cordy that day. She was 49 when her life was taken away from her. She was a mom and a grandmother. Diane says all she wants is for investigators to find the people responsible for killing her best friend.
That's the day I live to see. I'm waiting, trusting God, because I believe that they are going to find them. You know, and I say them because she was a fighter.